What can you say about your injury? Like, what was it? How did you hurt yourself? Just what can you tell us?
I mean, it happened pretty early on in spring.
Yeah, we're
pretty normal play. Just kind of a freak thing, but thanks to training staff and the coaches, I'm ready to go.
And it's an Achilles injury?
Yeah.
Did you have to have surgery on it?
I'm just ready to go.
Okay.
Just ready to go.
You say you're ready to go. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Are you playing Saturday?
That's up to the coaches. We'll see what happens.
Have you been cautioned about pushing it, Tough? I mean, obviously you've got a lot of give and go, as Urban Meyer and Ryan Day and Greg Schiano have said, but have you been cautioned about pushing it too hard, too early?
Yeah, I mean, there's been some restrictions from the training staff and the coaches early, but we're starting to increase the load on it here, and we just see how it feels moving forward.
So just for a little bit of clarification, when you say you're ready to go, does that mean 100% or you're game ready?
I'm ready to go.
Tough, when it happened, did you think that you'd be able to return this season? Because a lot of time you hear Achilles injury, that seems like a year-long thing. What were your thoughts when that happened?
Yeah, I mean, when it first happened, I really didn't have any thoughts on it. Just kind of took it by day. But the thing that did keep me going were, the people around this program. Every day I came in, saw them working, and that motivated me to get back.
Was there a point that you thought the season might be out of question for you, or I know you said you took it day by day, but were you working with the assumption that you would be able to play this year?
Yeah, I mean, that was always my goal, is to get back, try to help this team as best as I can.
It's pretty rare to be a third-year sophomore and be a captain on this team. JT Barrett was one of the exceptions to that rule. Did that come? Were you surprised when you were named captain of this team? Is that anything that was going through your mind?
Just thrilled to be in this situation. It's a great honor. Obviously there's been some great names before me, and there's a great responsibility to kind of uphold that standard that's been set before me. So, like I said, it's a great honor. I feel privileged.
Tough, you don't strike me as a good patient. Like, if I was a nurse, I don't think I'd want to be your nurse. You've dealt with restrictions. How well do you think you dealt with those restrictions, if you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I feel like I've done everything that they've asked me to do.
And then some,
really, yeah, I'd say that. But, I don't know. It's really hard for me to just sit out and see everybody working, me just being off the side. But I kind of use that as a motivating factor to try and get back out and help this team.
Were you shocked? Were you shocked when you heard you were named captain? Were you shocked that you were? I mean, you know what I mean. What was your reaction, I guess, to it?
I was excited. Like I said before, there's been tons of names before me that have been here, and it's just a great honor and a great privilege to be in this situation.
Hey, Tuff, what did you see from Pete Werner that allowed him to win a starting job?
Yeah, Pete's one of those guys where he does everything you ask him. He's in here studying extra, doing all the things he needs to do to help this team, and he's done exactly that.
Were you surprised?
Tough. How long have you felt ready to go?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to, again, take it day by day. Kind of abide by the restrictions that they give me, and hopefully be back to help this team.
Tough, how did you guys deal with
the entire practice without being held out at all? Practicing full speed, full contact, everything. So at this point,
the last few days I've been in team drills. So we just see again day by day.
Tough. How did you guys deal, you think, with what happened with Urban Meyer, et cetera, and the fallout from that? I mean, what did you?
Questions only.
This is a football question about your team. How did y'all keep the team basically on the straight and narrow, et cetera? What y'all talk about amongst yourselves?
They're not talking about that situation.
They are. Why not?
As a distraction for the team, focusing on football.
No, they're not talking about that situation.
Do you think you guys will be inspired by what's going on? Some people think this would galvanize the team. What's the sense you have of this team coming out of the gate?
From day one, this team has, stuck together, and, been completely focused on week one, being 1-0, focused on Oregon State, and here we are.
How has camp been?
I mean, every day we're coming out working. guys are competing, guys are, trying to earn spots, and it's been a good camp.
Is there any increased pressure to win those first 3 games?
I wouldn't say so. We've taken it, again, day by day. I think, no.
Other than coming off the injury, go ahead, Tim.
What did it mean to you guys to see Coach Meyer just briefly last Thursday?
We're not talking about that.
Other than coming off the injury, Tuf, what's different about you this year? You like bigger as far as like weight-wise? I guess when you don't have a chance to run when you're coming off that injury, maybe you could like, lift upper body weights. Just what's different about you coming into this season?
No, I mean I don't think anything's really different. I've been another year in the program. This is year 2 in a new system, and I think we've all grown as a defense, and I think we're like years ahead of where we were at this point last year.
Tuf, if you're not ready to go Saturday, how ready do you think Barron is to step into that spot at middle linebacker?
I think all these guys are ready. All these guys have done a great job preparing themselves and going really hard in the summer, and I think everyone can contribute.
Urban and Greg have talked a lot about the kind of character you've had and how you really live up to your first name, and just dealing with that Achilles injury for a guy like you, that's just got to be tough to deal with, not being able to go 100% for full spring and the full fall. Just how have you dealt with that, and how has that helped shape you maybe into a better player going through an experience like that?
Yeah, no doubt it's hard sitting out, being out all spring, being out pretty much the majority of the summer. It's hard, but like I said before, coming in here every day, seeing these guys go to work and how they go about their business, it's really kind of motivated me and inspired me to, push through this.
As you reflect on your season last year, what stands out the most? I mean, you can name more than one thing, but starting as a redshirt freshman, what stands out the most about what you learned last year?
I don't know.
Or just take me through last year, I guess.
Yeah. Well, last year was kind of first year in this new system. Like I said, we're so much far ahead this year than we were last year. We're ready to go.
Going into last year, were you just kind of hoping to see the field, or were you thinking, I have a chance to be the starting middle linebacker of this team this year?
I've always felt like I've prepared myself to be in that situation. I've never really sat back and said, like it's not my time yet, or because as you've seen before with injuries or whatever, anything can happen. You just have to be ready. And then, there's the competition aspect of it where if you don't bring your best every day, you're not going to see the field. So, yeah.
Where did you develop your leadership skills? And how far back did that go?
I don't know. I think just being around the program.
Did you have this going up a little pee-wee, if you ever played pee-wee ball like that? Were you a leader out there on the field?
That's kind of different. I don't know.
Was there a moment from camp that stood out as the most fun or most electric?
Well, I mean, it was definitely fun coming in to work every day. But no, I couldn't tell you one specific part or that stuck out. So.
You guys seemed pretty loose when we were out there. We only got to see snippets of 2 practices, but you've been here now for 3 camps. Is it a little maybe even like more loose than usual this year?
No, I mean I don't think really anything's different. I mean we go to work every day with the same expectation, to compete, to win at everything you do, and I don't think this camp is any different.
Thanks, Tuf.